I say this is messy, this is messy. So this is the Reddit mess. The subreddit is confessions. The title is I found a jar that my husband has been, and I threw it away. He got very upset with me. So I'm a woman in my 30s. I made a throwaway because I don't want this tied to my main account at all. Yesterday, our garbage disposal stopped working and I was trying to see why, so I was looking around under the sink and I moved stuff out to get in there to look around more easily. In the very back, tucked away, was a mason jar that I thought was just over halfway full of kitchen grease. That is so... Okay.
Her reaction.
Okay. Kitchen grease. At first, but I realized it wasn't grease. I thought it looked like, that stuff. I made the mistake of opening it, and by the smell, I knew that it was definitely that stuff. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Disgusted, I threw it away in the dumpster outside. It had to have been my husband's, but I don't know why he would have the stuff jar. My husband got home and I asked him about it. He seemed very embarrassed and confessed it was indeed a jar full of his... Yes, he was filling for almost a year. A year? Baby, why? Anyways, I was shocked and asked him why. He said whenever it was my time of the month or I wasn't in the mood, he would, in the jar. Asked him why not go into the toilet or use tissues or the shower or something. Why a jar? He couldn't answer that other than saying he's been doing this since he was a kid. I told him I want him to stop using a jar because it's disgusting and unsanitary. He told me he doesn't want to and asked where the jar was. I told him I threw it away and he was upset. He said it took him a long time to fill the jar. Baby, why? Why, baby? I'm sorry, I have to cut in and say this because sometimes I be reading stuff like this or listening to people in real life and I'm just like, what deeply rooted issues happened to you as a child that would make you even think that this was okay? This man said he had been collecting this shit for a year. Baby. Anywho, he said it took him a long time to fill a jar that much and now he had to start over and we argued about him using a jar to store stuff in. I still don't understand why he wants to fill a jar full of his stuff. We argued about it and during the argument, he opened the refrigerator, took a large jar of pickles and dumped it out and started rinsing it out and said, this is going to be my jar now. Before I knew it, I'm literally screaming at my husband about these jars and told him he can either, do it in me or the jar, but it can't be both. He clutched the jar and stormed off to the bathroom. I was literally speechless. Baby, I would have been speechless the moment we would have had to get into an argument about something like this. And the moment that he would have gone into the refrigerator to pour out a good pickles, may I add you. Dump out a good thing of pickles for this jar. To be honest, that's humiliating. I'm literally telling you, baby, this is a prize. You can have this prize. I'm willing to give you the prize. And you're choosing a bottle of pickles? Over me? Over this? It's done. I sat down and started watching TV, trying to take my mind off of it when he came out and joined me and tried to patch things up. I asked him where he hid the jar, and he wouldn't tell me. He told me we should just forget about the fight. He apologized and told me that he'd make sure that I didn't have to see the jar if I didn't want to. That is so disgusting. I wanted us to stop fighting, so I agreed, and we didn't speak about it for the rest of the night. He fell asleep early, but I laid in bed for over an hour thinking about that damn jar. I don't understand why he's so intent on doing something that's so disgusting. I'm still angry about it. Baby, first off, there is no way in hell I'm going to be like, yeah, babe, let's just go ahead and patch this up and forget and act like I did not see a damn jar of your magical Squid Games sitting underneath the kitchen sink that you have been storing for a year. There's just no way in hell I'm gonna have to let that die.